Good afternoon and welcome to the Cybertronian Jackpot. Well, actually, know what? I'm not doing one of those this evening. I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, so for now, I should just turn that off. So, I would have mentioned in recent videos, episode 8, episode 9, maybe even earlier of the Cybertronian Jackpot Chase, that I was kind of looking to branch out into other cards as well, into other trading cards. Now, I'm open to suggestion if anyone has any ideas in mind for obviously an adult of mature age or a very close approximation to being a mature age adult, which is certainly the kind of class that I'm in. So I did a bit of searching online and found one that does kind of cater to one of my other interests outside of obviously Transformers. Which is this. It's called Game for Peace, right? I'm going to enable this capture so we can see. So I had a little look and I was like, this looks like it might be something that might be sort of pretty enjoyable. A lot of might be's in there, but that's okay. So I went ahead and bought a couple of boxes, didn't I? And I've got them here, and I haven't really seen any other YouTube videos on this series thus far. I'll come to explain why in just a moment. This video is going to be a bit longer than one of my Jackpot Chase videos on account of the fact that because it is a new set, I'm going to be sleeving every one of them, plus I'm going to go into a little bit of detail on this. So let's have a look. So it's called Game for Peace, right? Now, let's go down here and have a look. So each box has 36 packets. My understanding is each packet has 3 cards, but again, I don't really know. I've not opened one yet. I'm going to do it right here, right now. So let's have a quick look. Now, I did convert a bit of this, but I don't really know a lot of it. I know there's 36 packets in the box, or at least that's my understanding anyway. So I'm going to scroll a little bit more. This kind of gives, I suppose, a bit more of an idea. So 17 of the 36 have an R, an SR, or a GR, and an SSR. It's going to go a bit more into it, right? 9 out of the 36 have an R, an SR, or GR. And so you understand pretty much the same kind of what's name as before. This one isn't Caillou. This is Kabao. Okay. It'll be interesting to compare the two anyway, obviously, with the endless Transformers that I've been known to buy. So, obviously, they've got another wasp name here. Some of this is quite unique. I don't really know what to expect. Like, I did convert some of this stuff, and it says, like, a hidden wasp name or something they haven't gone into any detail of. So, we might get a bit of a surprise. But look, it looks kind of gamer-esque. Like, if you've ever played Call of Duty or something like Battlefield, or in my case, I'm more inclined to something like 7 Days to Die, which people might not really know of for that well unless they game on the PC, right? But it looks sort of suitably gamer-esque. Some of it is a bit sort of crap, but some of it looks pretty cool. I'm just going to scroll through, obviously. Some of this is like, it's supposed to be rare stuff. They're trying not to give too much away. I have no idea what to expect going into this, I really do. You get these kind of winner cards or something like that. Now, the reason it kind of appeals to me more, I suppose, as a bit of a gamer is, see, some of this is like, okay, you get buffs, like you pick up like ammo crates or sort of, something like that. That's obviously what is that a GR or BR, something like that? It is the GR. I can see it on the card. Again, a lot more text in it. It says all the usual kind of weird stuff when you convert it, all of this sort of stuff, Obviously, you get the CRs. They're like obviously sort of a character card or something like that. I'm going to go through to the end. You've got these ORs. They're like sort of armor and all that, collections and all. Now, I will kind of go through. Obviously, there's some pretty cool guns. That'd be quite cool. The irony is the fact that I'm kind of like an anti-gun kind of guy in real life, really. I don't think, obviously, people... But, anyway, don't worry about that. The guns look pretty cool, though, right? I like firing off guns, obviously, in computer games. It's a good time, right? And again, a little bit more information, obviously, over here. Okay, with regards to that. Now, what I since realised, and obviously it means I didn't really do my homework, but Game for Peace is I think, a Chinese modification based on that pug PUBG game, Player Unknown Battlefields, you know. So that probably be why there aren't really any videos of it, obviously on YouTube or anything like that, because it's just a game that's been released to the Chinese market. But it looked kind of cool, and obviously the boxes are pretty cheap, really. Like if I scroll right up, right, you know, I bought three boxes. Now, obviously, I paid a couple of bucks more because the sales are running at the moment. But you can get $46.19, and that's Australian dollars as well, right? So, $46.19, and that'll get you 3 boxes, right? And I thought, I thought, yeah, okay, look, I'll give it a go. So, we're gonna open up a box straight away and see what we get, you know, just to kind of break up the monotony of obviously never pulling that Transformers jackpot, you know. So I will turn that off. So it's just me, you, and one of these boys. All right, we'll see how we go. And if I get, I suppose, a good enough reception for it, and if anyone wants to see any more, I might even do another video for another one. But that is for tomorrow. This is for today. So let's have a go. Once again, I'm going to try to be careful with this, as I don't really want to damage the product thus far, you know, the box or anything like that. I don't know why, because obviously in 6 months' time, once I've come to my senses and realised, Simon, what are you doing? It's wasting all this money. I'll probably just throw the lot of this out in a fit of rage. But for now, that is not the case. So this will take a bit longer. I'm going to have a good look at each card in detail, put it up to the camera, and I will be sleeving each one. So we'll get a nice display. Hopefully this will all look the part. And away we go. Right, so I'm going to obviously have to cut this as well. Looks good though. Like as a gamer, as someone who likes sort of, obviously I've played a bit of Call of Duty in my time. I'd be surprised if anyone hasn't. I don't know. This is interesting. This is good. You know, it's all basically like I have no idea what is in this. I have a suspicion of what it is. Let's have a look. Okay, should we do this first or should we do this last? There's something in it that feels like it's got a bit of weight. I'm going to do it first because I think I know what it is. Alright. Yeah, okay. Let's get the old arm up there. Not because I'm gay or anything like that necessarily, but just because I kind of want it to focus on that. Now, it's a fridge magnet. I knew this thing had fridge magnets going in, so that's kind of cool, obviously. Like if you've got bills to pay or some bollocks like that, that can kind of hold the bills. It's a bit kiddly-like, really, if I'm being honest. Not my cup of tea. Just give me a big guy with a minigun or something. I'm happy all day long. But nice to get it, mind you, and I didn't expect that to be on the top like that. So I'm going to leave you over there for now. Pretty cool start with, if I'm being honest. All right, now what I'll do is I'll leave them in there and we'll just take them out one at a time. Feels really thin. Alright, no jokes regarding that's what she said. It does feel a bit thin though. But I'm used to Transformers where obviously they stack obviously with Transformers they stack each pack with a whole lot of duplicate cards for your consideration. But let's have a go. This will be fun, right? This will be fun. It's something different. Good looking. This is good, really. Like that's a white, you know. Like, what's that? A shotgun or something? I don't know. Obviously, it fires 7.62 mil. We see that up the top there. KAR 98K. It's an SSR. Nice looking card. That looks pretty good, right? You know. So, like I said, I'm going to sleeve each one. That's pretty nice, you know. Not bad for like what did I say? Not even 50 Australian dollars, right? In this day and age, the Australian dollar is like, you know, £5, you know, 50 Australian dollars is like £5 or 10 American dollars, something like that. Crazy stuff, right? Anyway, we'll line them up right here. Okay. Looks like I've got, who's that, Oliver? Don't know who you are, but again, I like the build quality of these cards. They look alright, you know. Not bad, you know. It is an entertaining little hobby to get into, this trading card collecting. I do quite like it, I'm going to be honest. Hook, line and sinker, it's really got me. So let's build up a nice little stash. Let's get the junk away over there. and I have, obviously it looks like a pistol or something. It actually looks like, does that look like a flare gun to you? Kind of does, right? It's the R45. What's that? 45 caliber or something? Oh, I don't know. I don't know my guns, if I'm being honest. Anyway, that's very nice. Let's have a quick look at the back, right? Just to kind of get an idea. I don't know if there's any numbered cards. Like, I say numbered, you know, like cards that are restricted to, like, you know, 99 copies, like Transformers or anything like that. I will kind of go to the back and just sort of quickly. If I get something that looks like it's really special, hello, it's like a loot drop or something, right? You know, again, if you're a gamer, pretty cool stuff, right? Like, it's not bad, you know. Let's just, all right. We've got a lot here. We've got, it's thin. It's really thin, but we've got a lot here. It's a lot of packs. So, come on, Si, crack on. They don't want you to be here all day, and you might not want to be here all day as well. All right. It's obviously the Vector, I suppose. Fires 9mm. Like, I like that. Isn't that cool? You know? Obviously another SSR. Little grenade down there, you know? Pretty cool, really. It's probably someone that's going to appeal to nobody outside of China because, like I said, it's like a variant. Game for Peace is like a variant of PUBG, which is like for the Chinese market. I'll get a bit of a stash of guns going. How's that sound, alright? You know, you can't have enough firearms in the world, right? Okay, I was going to say, hang on, I've already got Oliver, but it's obviously a different pose Oliver. So, it is what it is, right? Get that out of the way. That's cool. I mean, that's cool, it's alright. I do like the effort they go into. When it comes to buying trading cards, there's basically China kicking ass, and then there's everyone else, right? Really, you know. And the value is insane. Like I say, I bought 3 boxes of these, 3 boxes for just a sliver over $50. I'm going to put all the olives together, and this one is fire 7.62, but I'll be damned if I know what it's called. Looks like a rifle or something, right? Again, I don't know my firearms. It is what it is. Looks alright though. If I get too many here, which I suspect I'm going to do because, well, we've got a few packs, I will just start putting guns on top of guns, baby. And away we go. Good little hobby though. But the addiction is real. It really does hook me, eh? Like, I'm like, oh, can I afford to get some more now? This is different, so different enough that I thought it was maybe upside down. Obviously, I've got like a loot drop or something, I guess, you know? And I kind of get that up there so you can see. It does kind of feel a bit gay, the way I put my hand up all the time. You know? That isn't... Is that an OR though? Does that say OR? Or maybe DR? I don't know. Again, pretty cool looking card though. Pretty cool looking card. I haven't done a lot of research into it, like I quickly just looked over it, you know, as we did just then. I got Victor this time. But it looks alright, you know. If you get if you got a bit of spare change, you might go on there like Express, have a look. You're like, yeah, I'll give that a go and see how it goes. You know, if you find something that looks sort of appealing to you, I'm going to put all the characters there, you know. And we have a, I don't know, machine gun or something like 9mm, so probably like an Uzi maybe, something like that. It's weird because some of it has obviously been written in, like these SSRs obviously have English writing for, I guess, the make or the type or something, whereas these R cards, they don't seem to really. It just kind of shows the ammo type. Again, like I said, I don't really know my guns, you know. Alright. I know, a weird old video for me to be doing. I know. Alright. Is that a Chrono Illusionist? It is. Chrono Illusionist. I mean, it's a UR. Nice looking cards. I've got a binder ready to go for these, so I think if I do another video, if there's enough interest in seeing another one, I don't know if there will be because this is well out of left field. But But if there is, I will. Okay, look, I'll leave them all there for now. If there is, I will put all these in the binder, and maybe to show the binder off. That's a pretty cool shot of Victor there, really. You know, nice looking cards, aren't they? Not bad, really. They know what they're doing when they come to trading cards. I mean, Dynamite eats your heart out, right? Really. Embarrassing stuff. These are so good to look. Is that a duplicate actually? No. And this definitely looks like a rifle or something. Win 94. Jesus. Okay, that was probably back when it crashed a lot. Anyway, I know. Don't use your videos to have a dig at Microsoft. That's not cool, Si. I'm going to start stacking these together. Right, let's keep going, right? Otherwise we're going to be all night, you know. I'm using a different recording software for this now as well. I'm using Droid Cam, I think it's called. I did pick up the... I did buy Droid Cam so that I could unlock the 4K capabilities. These are good looking cards though, aren't they, really? Well, they got another loot drop there, you know. Living the dream. But again, like I say, I don't know my guns. But it just looked cool, so I'm like, yeah, I'll try it out. See how we go. Yeah, let's take it. Is that a duplicate? It is, isn't it? Look, it's the same one, isn't it? Muppet. Anyway, does that say Captain? It does, doesn't it? Okay, cool looking cards though. Cool looking cards. I wouldn't mind numbered cards in this set. Like, that'd be really cool. I'll try and keep my eye out for one, but again, I didn't do as much research on this set as perhaps I should have, especially on account of the fact that I since realised, like I said, that it's actually based off a Chinese kind of PUBG thing, MK47. Yeah, that looks like it put some holes in you, doesn't it, really? Anyway, here's what it is, isn't it? So, after this video, probably be a day or two, and then I will kick off for some more Transformers. The Cybertronian Jackpot Chase, and we'll see how we go. But this is not about that. No, it certainly is not. Right. Okay, that's a nice one though. I mean, it is a bit kiddly-ish for me, if I'm being honest, as you know. I like something more adult-oriented, but great looking cards. I like the reflecting kind of all that, you know, it's all over the shop, but like in a cool way. That's different too. I should get in the habit of showing you the backside of it, really, shouldn't I? You know, again, I'm no pro. You want a pro? Go see the archivist. He knows what he's doing. But hey, archivist, you haven't seen these cards yet, have you? Hello, got like a buggy upgrade or something, right? Nice looking cards though, aren't they? Nice looking cards. That ain't bad at all, really. I mean, if you like this sort of thing, you know. I don't regret getting it though. I don't regret. Oh look, I will. What type of card is that anyway? Is that a GR? It is one of those GRs. Look, I'll try to make a pile for each different type, you know. Like I left the R's along here, and what I'll do is I'll just make 2 piles of R's, right? Right, they're obviously the SRs. That is the OR or the DR, something like that, and a couple of piles of SSRs. So if I get a new card type, I'll do another pile. Alright, okay, cool. And that's another R. The MK12 fires 5.56 mil. Yeah, that's cool. So let me know what you think. Do you like them? Do you not like them? Am I wasting my time? The full win is money is soon paid. I said that when I announced the Cybertronian Jackpot Chase. And here we are a little bit later and the fool keeps spending his money. But it is what it is, right? P1BC. I like these SSRs more than the Rs, if I'm being honest. I do. That's pretty nice, isn't it, really? You know? Yeah, I like that. I don't know why I bought 3 boxes though, but probably just because I am, as I've said before in my videos, an idiot. So look, you know, if I just preface every video with mine with "you're talking to the idiot," then it makes it alright, really, doesn't it? No, okay. Nice looking cards though. They look alright. They look alright. I didn't really have any idea what to expect going into this, but they look alright. I do think maybe G36C. I do think maybe buying 3 boxes was an overkill, especially on account of the fact that each box has 36 packs in it. But it is what it is, right? I mean, like I say as well, they're really cheap, you know. And if you enjoy, like, that's cool. That's cool. I got something. See that? You kind of get an idea. You're getting something different, obviously, like another ammo drop or a pickup or something like that. You know, pretty nice. You know, I mean, we've opened obviously half a dozen packs now, so we're getting an idea what to expect. So if we get something that's really unique, obviously it's going to stand out, right? Okay, I've got a captain again. Another SR. They look good, don't they, though? Like I said, let me know what you think, you know. But I won't prattle on so much, otherwise we will be here for an eternity. I bet I've got a couple of repeats in that lot. The MK20H. Again, it also looks like it would do a bit of serious business there. I like how it has, obviously, like damage and obviously, you know, I suppose reload time and all that kind of stuff, you know, at the bottom. So yes, but for the most part, obviously, I will keep my content about Transformers. This is really just a one-off, you know. It might not be more than a one-off if people like it, but we'll see what happens, you know. You know what's funny is I'll probably end up getting more views for this because people are like, "Wow, what's that?" than I get on my my Transformers videos because I'm just so innately boring. But we'll see. I don't really care much for those, really. Like, you know, it's kind of nice to. I'm feeling like I'm getting a lot of duplicates here. It is nice to do something different, I suppose, mind you. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I know I didn't get that one before. See, that's one of the ones where it doesn't actually say what it is. It just says 9mm, you know. But it's alright. But we will, after this video, we will continue with the regular Transformers thing. Back to what we know and love, you know. I'm going to take these packs out in a minute because that's doing my head in. Obviously another, is that the same as that one? No, it is different. This one has, obviously it's red to the side and, oh look, that's 30% health and the other one was 100. See that? So that's obviously like a full ammo pickup and this is just 30%. You know? Quite cool though. I will sleeve them all and I will put them in the binder when I'm done. If anyone does want to see another video, then I will. I don't think I got Grilly before. Grilly? Or it could be Krilly. But I think it's Grilly. Otherwise, I won't bother doing another video of it, really. Because, yeah. I mean, we'll see. I might. Anyway, let's pick up the pace a little bit. AC Val. Let me know what you think though. You think they look alright? Numbered cards would be nice though, but I don't think this set has any. So I might be the only person on the planet who bought some. I mean, we'll see. Someone's going to probably comment and go, yeah, that looks alright. It looks okay. I like these SSRs, I must admit. They look alright. They look pretty good. You know, they do look alright. But obviously I'm going to end up with a truckload of these. And the fact that I've got 3 boxes is, you know, insane really. But what can you do? Like I said, you spend your money how you want, you know. M417. Yeah, so that looks a bit like that one I pulled not long ago, didn't it? Really didn't really need to buy 3 boxes, but it was more sort of like, it was more because I didn't know what I was going to get with it, so I was like, yeah, you know what, I'll give it a go. Yeah, I like these SSRs. Obviously that's one I've heard of. I say heard of, but I'm going to have fired that in the game, for example, you know. Heard of, you muppet. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. So I'm seeing a pattern emerging with regards to basically getting like a. Obviously, there's an R at the back of each one of these, and sometimes you get an SSR. Other times you might get a loot drop if you're lucky, something like that. But they look alright though. They look alright. I would like to get a numbered one though. But we'll just smash it through, and we'll see. We'll see if we can get anything that looks obviously a little bit different to everything else that we've had. Oh, crikey, look. Well, that's a 1% ammo drop or something like that. I mean, that again, because it's a card I didn't have before, that's pretty nice, you know. But, I mean, hopefully there aren't like 600 of them for every 100, I should say, for every percentage or something, you know. But no, it's fine. And again, this all looks pretty well regular, these ones here. I'll tell you what though, I like getting that fridge magnet straight away, because I kind of assumed that was something of a rarity, having translated the text. And the QBZ, which fires 5.56. I mean, look, I suppose I could prattle on a bit about the gun debate in the States, if I'm being honest, you know. But people have their own take on that. You know, what can I say? I just don't like seeing children get fucking murdered, you know. Pardon my French, but who likes that, right? You know. And I don't have a lot of time for people who are willing to forgive that because they like their guns. You know, don't bullshit me. I mean, everyone has their own take on it, you know. I like hearing stories about, I say I like, really. I like hearing stories about how people, for example, like a home invasion was thwarted or something like that because the guy had a gun, you know. Someone breaks into your house, they've got a knife, you've got a gun. Unlucky, you know. But look, I won't go on about it because that's where I could see I'm going to start getting comments going, oh, fuck you. I'm like, yeah, bring it. But you know, like maybe I will, right? Because I'm going to be here forever and a day otherwise. But I've had comments from people, like, you know, you debate people sometimes, you know, and people say things like, just try to take my guns off me and see how that works out for you. And I'm sort of like, you know, you've perfectly sort of encapsulated, if I'm being honest, why I don't like you having guns. The fact that you would actually shoot me if I showed up and tried to take them away. But look, I get it, like in this world, none of us are really free. You know? The only one who might be free is Elon Musk, and he's a bit of a wanker. You know? But then none of us are really free, right? Well, this is interesting. Like, did they not finish the card? Nah, it's obviously like meant to be like a random ammo drop or something like that. Again, nice looking cards though. I will enjoy putting them all in the binder later. I tell you what. What type of card is that? Can you see that? Does that actually even say, like, it's not a BR or a CR or any of the other ones I've gotten before? You know? Nothing on the back there as well. I mean, to kind of show what type of card it is. Am I missing anything here? Nice though, like I suppose nice, but a bit ambiguous if I'm being honest. This is cool. See, this is different. I don't recall getting a UR that was Or maybe I did. Maybe it's just been a while. Sometimes my short-term memory isn't great. And combined with the not greatness of my short-term memory can leave me a little disoriented. I will send a free card out to anyone who can tell me what that expression borrows from, like what TV show that comes from. Anywhere on the planet, I'll do that. Anyway, you don't get to pick the card though. It'll be a duplicate. Again, this looks like the UMP45 that I got. Actually, one right there. So nice though, but as anyone who knows watching me open Transformers boxes knows, I'm a master at getting cards that I've already got. But I will return with that soon enough. These look alright though. These look alright. I do like how you get a lot of packs in each box. You know, it means you really feel like you get your money's worth. And like I said as well, they're pretty cheap. Look how many more I've got left to go. I could have broken this up into like 4 episodes here. But then who would want to watch them all, right? You'd be mad to watch one of my videos, let alone, like, say this in its entirety. That's a nice one, though. I mean, I suppose, look, if you're for guns and all that kind of stuff, like if you live in America, for example, yeah, I'm not opposed to people obviously having the means to defend themselves, you know. Obviously, I appreciate that, you know, and people say things like, oh, what are the police going to do? Obviously, by the time they get there, the threat's over, you know, you're bleeding out or something, right? And I kind of get that, but, you know, it's not an ideal world, is it, though, you know? Yeah, I won't keep on about that much. Another ammo drop, the 1%, which I think is pretty much the same as that one before. Yeah. So nothing really else that seems to be out of the ordinary thus far. I don't think there'd be a lot that might warrant me doing another video opening up another one of these packs, but again, like if people want to see it, if anyone wants to see it, then let me know. You know what's funny is, I'll say funny, before Dynamite released the Transformers 40th anniversary, their set, I wasn't into trading cards at all. I really wasn't. But that got me started, right? And then once I branched out, and I realised obviously what Caillou was all about, and obviously they were so much better and so much better value as well. I didn't get the M16A4 before, so that's pretty nice, you know. Yeah, now I'm hooked, you know. Like I need to go to counselling or something, you know, because I just keep buying Transformers boxes, and the more boxes I buy, the more I want. Like, I live in Perth, Australia, right, and it takes on average, you're probably better off a couple of weeks. I thought it was the AK-47 there, that would have been cool. It takes on average a couple of weeks for orders to arrive, right? You know, so I'm not even done opening the boxes that I've got here, and I want to get some more coming. Isn't that broken? You know? That's a bit fucked up, right? That is a bit broken. That's cool, I've been called worse. So, brilliant. Again, these all look like sort of repeats. I mean, they may or may not be, you know. There's elements of the Transformers 1. Oh, that seemed a bit laggy there, or was it just me? There's elements of the Transformers 1 set with that, where obviously you get another one of these Captain ones, you're like, do I have the other one? Yeah, I don't know. Why? They all look the same. You know, like a slightly different pose or something like that. But now I'm hooked. 60%. I don't think I had a 60% one. I've seen 30, 101, 100 I should say, and 1%. But I don't recall the 60% one before, so that might be a new card as well. I didn't think this video was going to take this long, but it's okay, it's alright. Yeah, look, that's the Uzi, see that? So I know I didn't have that one before. Again, do I have that captain? Who knows? Don't get me wrong though, with regards to what I've just said about Transformers 1. I do appreciate the effort that Caillou went to on it, you know. Like, I like the fact that they represented characters like Sideswipe and Sunstreaker and Brawn, Wheeljack and all, even though obviously they didn't have anywhere near sort of, whoops daisy, anywhere near sort of speaking parts in the movie. I like these SSRs. They are alright, you know. It would be nice to make sure I get them all. What I'll do is I'll do a bit of research going into, after I've posted this video, or maybe between now and when I post the video. Right. And if anyone wants to see any more, I'll do a bit of research. I'll put them all in a binder, so we'll have a better idea of what the odds are, what we're chasing, all that kind of stuff. Or no one will give a shit, and people only follow me because it's enjoyable seeing a madman spend so much money on Transformers cards when he's not going to get anything good. But you got to be in it to win it, right? Scar-L. See, I know I'm picking up some badass. I mean, some cards here for some badass guns, you know. Look, isn't that nice, though? You know? That's cool, isn't it, really? You know? I'm just trying to get it to focus on that. Nice. Like that. So, yeah, this will be a bit of a longer video. It'll probably go up in a couple of days or something, maybe just after the weekend. I am recording it just before the weekend. Again, these are all sort of cards that I very likely already have. But it's a good time, it's a good time. So if you are an adult, like if you know, like, because I am of adult age, right, a couple of times over, you know, and obviously I'm not going to be buying Pokemon or anything like that, it's a bit after my time. The only reason I'm into Transformers is because, like I mentioned previously, it's got a lot of nostalgia for me, you know. So if you are also an adult collecting trading cards and you have found another set, I know I didn't get that one before. What's that? Has he got like a gas mask? Oh no, it's like binoculars, gas mask, Muppet. That's what I suppose though. If there is another set that you think I might like as far as trading cards, let me know. Otherwise, I'll just continue to blow huge chunks of my disposable income on Transformers until my wife can't handle it anymore and I get divorced. So maybe it's better off if you found a really good set that you think I might like. If you don't, let me know. It is what it is, right? That's another one of those ones where it doesn't actually say the gun type, it just says 7.62. I think I got it before. 36 packs. You know what's funny is that sometimes obviously you can see the time on my watch and all, so you know exactly when I'm recording it. Anyway, that's a nice one as well. I like the SSRs, I really do. That one doesn't actually say the type of gun though, does it? Obviously the same on the back, because I want to keep my eye out in case they've thrown something really rare into it. Because if they have, I don't want to miss it. These SSRs are nice. But the thing is, right, like, it didn't look like the hugest set, if I'm being honest. I'll know more going into a second video if I did it right, if I do one. But it didn't look like the hugest set. So you probably wouldn't have to buy any more than, say, 2 boxes. And chances are you're going to get everything, you know? But yes, of course, I am open to suggestions on what I might like. You do get very disillusioned when you buy cards sometimes, like me buying Transformers, you know. Because I've had a couple of Transformers 1 boxes and I'm like, oh, this is just terrible. Like, I'm obviously not getting something. What the hell is that? Like a ray gun or something? What the hell has she got there? What the hell is that in her hand there? It looks like one of those old viewfinder things you used to get, you know? I don't know. Weird. Very, very strange. What was I saying? I forgot really. I got another Uzi, so brilliant. But yeah, look, if you think there's some other set that I might like, hit me up. I would welcome any and all suggestions. I really would. What do I like? Well, you know, I like Transformers. I like guns. You know, I suppose sets that look visually appealing, you know, would be nice. I'm not really into it for the trading kind of aspect or making money of it. I just kind of want to collect some cards that look pretty cool, like this one. You know, they're all pretty nice, really. I like that flickering sort of. That's nice. They're very good. They are good, you know. And like I said too, as I showed at the beginning of this video, really cheap. Like, not expensive at all, you know. When I consider, right, that the Dynamite Ultra Premium, Ultra Premium, is that what they call it? The Dynamite Transformers boxes where you get two sketch cards guaranteed and all that stuff, you know. My God, they retail for $100 US each, which obviously out here in Australia is close to $250. Now, call me crazy, but that's a fucking lot of money. And you get one pack with 7 cards. Okay, you're guaranteed a couple of sketches and all that, but one pack, 7 cards. You having a laugh? They're nice, these SSRs, aren't they? I'm looking forward to binding all them, that's for sure, you know. I obviously didn't really need to buy 3 boxes though. But I bought them from that C1 luxury store. You would have seen it at the start of the video. These guys packaged like you wouldn't believe. Like, now, you know, with getting this stuff delivered, right, if someone along the chain doesn't care, if they don't care and they're not afraid to show it, obviously someone could do serious damage to your goods, right? You're going to get cards that are better. This is different, and you know why it's different? Because it's like 150%. Or is that it's not like a lotto, an armor drop like the one before. This one's different. A little bit plain Jane on the back, if I'm being honest. That's nice though. I like it when I pull one that I know I haven't gotten before. But it was I really felt like doing another video here, so I thought, yeah, you know what, I will, and to break up the Cybertronian Jackpot series between obviously because I had 18 boxes, right? So come on, Si, what are you doing? I've obviously got 18 boxes, so I'll break this up sort of between them or something like that, because it's kind of nice. Really, it gives a chance to sort of reflect on how the first half of the Jackpot Chase has gone, ahead of obviously doing the second half, you know, where I need to perhaps revise my expectations. AKM, oh, I like these SSRs, I do. They're nice, you know. But yeah, look, if you know, I've said it before, I won't keep saying it. If there's a set you think I might like, hit me up. You know, I am damaged, so I'll be able to find the money somehow. Food, I'll forego food this week. We'll get another set on its way from AliExpress, you know. Yeah, that's not damaged at all. What do you think though? You think these are alright? You think they look okay, or am I wasting my money? I like that I got the fridge magnet though, even if it is a bit kind of obviously childlike, you know. But then, hey, I'm not exactly a real adult, am I? So, well, brilliant, you know. But then, what is a real adult in this day and age, right? You know, because the world's kind of messed up, really, right? Like Trump and Musk and all that kind of stuff, you know. So, what else am I going to do? Am I supposed to be down at the pub drinking with my mates or something? Like, what is an adult this day and age anyway? Right? I'm past the age where I could reasonably have kids if I wanted to. I decided against that. All well and good, right? Can never be that cruel, right? You know. So, what else are you going to do but retreat into things that do bring you, obviously, things like nostalgia, for example. Now, this is, I think, different because it's a helmet as opposed to just like an armour piece. Looks nice, though. I like it. I will catalogue them all, put them all together, and we will see how I bet it's going to look a right old good set, this one, you know. Endless characters, though. I do kind of wish they wouldn't just do another one of these every time. Oh, look, you get another one, for example, and it's like, she's got a gun on the other side, on the other shoulder instead, or it's a slightly bigger gun. Like, really? But it's alright, though. I don't regret it because, well, you know, I get to... See, it's kind of weird, right? Like, the Archivist is brilliant. It's just got a fantastic channel. And, you know, he'll do videos on anything and everything. You know, whereas I'm sort of like, you know... obviously, compared to him, I have no business recording trading card videos. Like, it's embarrassing, you know, because he's quite quirky in a way as well. If anyone watching hasn't seen his videos, you want to watch it. Obviously, if you're watching this and you happen to be a Transformers fan, then he has a good little Transformers playlist. But he's quite quirky, and I find him very endearing. If you're watching, mate, I really do. If you're like, oh yeah, I wouldn't mind knowing what that set's about. That's alright. You've blown enough money showing off these sets. We have 2 packs left after this and then we're done. What do you think? You like it? Don't like it? I think it's alright, though. I'm a winner. I don't know what that means. But it's nice to get a different card that I didn't have before. Isn't that good? Isn't that good? You think that's alright? I don't know what it means, like sort of being a winner. Again, so it's a TR. I don't know what the odds of that was. It's obviously TR number 2. Good though, isn't it? Eh? Is that good? Nice to get that hit there, sort of so late in the game, as it were. I will put you right there. Look, that's good, isn't it? Eh? And then these are obviously. The sort of usual thing that we've been getting in every pack. But yeah, this has obviously come out of left field. So what's he doing now? Giving up on the hope of getting that SE from Series 3 Transformers, or what is it, the XR from the 40th, you know? You have to buy 600 boxes, wouldn't you, really? Obviously that's a duplicate. Probably all 3 of these are. So I've got one more pack to go. One more pack to go, and then I've got some cleaning up to do. Yeah, it's alright. They're alright though. Honestly, go on Allied Express. If you like trading cards, go on it. I'm not even going to consider local vendors anymore. Like, you know, Western, Dynamite, all of that. You can't top this kind of value. Like I said, $50 Australian, and usually you get free delivery. The only bugbear with Allied Express is having to wait a couple of weeks. If you don't mind that, you're set. Okay, last pack. Again, this is another weird one where it doesn't actually say the gun type. It might be the one I got at the very beginning because it's got the little grenade down there as well. I enjoyed this though because I had no idea what to expect going into it. Alright. MP5K. I might not have gotten that one before. I mean, I don't know. I will have a look. And I will have a catalogue. Right. So yeah, if there's any interest in it, I don't expect there to be really. It has come out of left field a bit. But if there's any interest in it, I will do a second video if there is, I suppose. You know, maybe I'll just do one where I just do my hits or something like that. You know. Anyway, that was where are you? That was the Game for Peace set. Right? Again, like I said, I probably should have. You know, it's based off PUBG modification. That was catered to the Chinese market, so they're probably not expecting anyone outside China to really have any interest, you know, just give you a bit of a look at the back, I suppose, really. But yeah, like, I'm not unimpressed. Obviously there's 25 Rs, 25 SRs, 15 SSRs, 15 UR, all that kind of stuff, you know, so yeah, I've quite enjoyed this. Alright, I've got some work to do, clearly. Alright, thanks for watching, and I will keep the Transformers hits coming otherwise outside of this. Yeah. Peace and long life, and I'll see you next time.